Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is so. Last episode, we found a bunch of weapons. We picked up a whole bunch of other sorts of equipment, glyphs, defensive gear, everything but relics. Speaking of relic type things, we found a lot of keys, and well, we found another key, a third one. And then we found two more, one in there, and there, and then it led to a chest in there, which gave us some pretty good stuff, honestly. All of that culminated in us upgrading our weapons and our defensive gear. So we're a little stronger now than we used to be. And you know, that ain't quite bad.
Poor bastard.
Do I really have to go around doing this?
I'm a little busy here.
I wonder if it's the guy with the dead bodies. So, in order to put a fine point on our current objective, I want to... It was just a little while ago I said it. What was it I wanted to do? I've got stuff in my inventory I want to take for a ride. Not the weapons. They'll get their time. Evacuation notice. The letter I'm trying to find the owner of, recipient of, the intended recipient for, is probably from here and not a Sabinian soldier. Probably. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. So, last episode I said I wanted to go... For this episode, I would intend to go hunt the car. I know where the car is. I can actually see it in my mind's eye right now. I know where it is. It's over there near the time loop, which I have no idea what to do with, by the way. That upsets me. Walking in there, finally going in there after killing all of the Guardians, only to find out I can't actually do anything with it. Pisses me off something spectacular. So, that thing's just going to be sitting out there until I am told how to deal with it. Code N-1. Oh, right. We also found... Last episode, we found 4 pillars. Symbol, research, training ground. Yeah. It was 4 pillars and counterclockwise. So, left. Yeah. Left from the northeast. So we've got a couple of things we can still do out here. I don't suppose you're married, are you? It's for someone named Henry. I am am not aware of any named individuals.
I'm only permitted to play Sabini. I'm getting the impression the soldiers...
Yeah, that's not for him.
Painting their horrible deeds for all to see. We weren't gonna let that slide. No way. I can't accept.
There's no reason to speak with Voss.
Yeah, see that guy? Looking through...
This is the life, man. You know what's exhausting?
The last guy I want to try looking for is the one near the dead bodies.
Ah, good haul. We usually...
That's the captain's office. I'm still plotting on getting the key to it, but I can only do what I can do. That's that. I don't have anything for her. Not yet. Okay, here it is.
Damn it.
No, it's not this guy.
I don't have time for...
I have no idea what's supposed to go here.
I've seen Enzo, and again...
Okay. Next objective is the car. I'm going to go ahead and assume that Henry, who that particular letter is meant for, is not a soldier. Actually, let's go talk to Rebecca, make sure there's nothing new to interact with her about.
I hope they let Uncle Jaffer go soon.
I saw your uncle. He's gonna be all right.
Thanks, Zetheris. Uncle Jaffer is like all the great saints in the stories he used to read to me. He told me about the great holy men who fought against the Sabinian sinners. Uncle Jaffer always gives so much to help others in need. Zetheris would never let him die. He wouldn't.
Nothing of value to actually give her. Should we go talk to Jaffer just to make sure there's nothing left with him either? around the back of this area. Somewhere. Up there and then around, I guess. Yeah.
Be wary, my son.
Okay, nothing. Yeah. Okay, let's get out of here and searching for more loot. We've got the car and then the training area to unlock. So, let's see. Right, there's this whole area too. I have no idea what the code could be. It's a 6-digit, so you know. If I knew what this area over here was, I might be able to look for information on it. By look, I mean talk to other people who might know something. Does not appear to be another way around either. I have no information on what the code might be.
Victor, I am so sorry for leaving so suddenly, especially with your training nearing completion. If you're listening to this, then you've proven quite resourceful once again. Please forgive the gambit, but I had to ensure these items did not fall into the wrong hands. Everything is here for you. I've left a tome containing additional lessons in limbic foraging. Other such tomes exist if you wish to seek them out. The pendant is normally only passed down to ordained members, you know this. Given the circumstances, I thought you should have it now. Wear it proudly. You deserve it.
Okay, so we also picked up, I don't know if it's a new glyph, because I couldn't be bothered to read it during the audio log playing in the background. So... I want to avoid the sad part of town. Go visit the depressing side. Wasn't this mentioned in one of the notes we read last episode? I need to go over the stuff I picked up. Actually, Victor is on the sad side of town, now that I think about it. It's fine, it'll take but a moment to get there. I think I have anything I can give the dog, right? No. Not even freedom. such that it is, given what's lurking out there.
Any luck figuring out how to open the...
I have to give him the thing.
So he did plan to give me one after all. Thank you for bringing this back to me. I'll wear it with pride.
Just make sure you hide it.
How can I help?
Okay.
Whoa. To do this. From now on, I'll be able to convert the shards.
Neat. Confuse. Ah, okay. So I can take a shard and advance it up the tier list. Okay, and I can do that by converting neutral shards. Got it. Okay, last thing is the training ground. Oh, right, we did pick up a glyph, so let's go ahead and take a look at that. Probably would have been better to do that with Victor. Relics. There we go. Chromatic shield is the one we picked up. Limbic energy condenses into a compact sheath, protecting you from incoming damage. No lock on required, costs 300 limbic energy, increases your protection by 40%, and the duration is 20 seconds. Not bad, all said. So now we just have to get back to where those 4 pillars were. To do that, we have to pass by the tree of never-ending sadness. Out towards... Okay, yeah, it was definitely this way. I know it said they have to have a weapon equipped, but I'm just going to. That's not what I intended. Undo that. this anymore. That's that's it. The big weapon counterclockwise from the northeast. That's upsetting, and I couldn't interrupt it. Zero, 2, then it would be 4. That doesn't make sense. So the idea was, if that is truly 0 and wants us to go counterclockwise from the northeast, it would be 0, 1, 2, and then he who skips 3.
The dosage must be off. Okay. Start over.
Okay. So, we've got a bit of an issue here. There's a fake shiny. So I believe I've possibly figured out what the message meant. And Lord knows I wouldn't have thought of it. And heck, it may even be wrong. But I think I know what it wanted. So, at the very least, I know this was facing outward. Unfortunately, I just jumped into the water, and I was hoping that it would reset these. It did not. I remember what this one was because this was the only one I actually looked at closely. The rest of these are an absolute mystery as to what they were at the very start. But I'll go ahead and tell you what my theory is for how this puzzle gets solved. So it says counterclockwise from the northeast. You know well that I started out by having having myself face this way with the compass. And then I figured I'd go around in a counterclockwise circle and just change them all at one time. Made sense at the time, but instead, what if he meant face northeast and then ride them counterclockwise until you're facing away from it? Get it? Counterclockwise from the northeast. Now, it could be saying counterclockwise starting from the opposite of northeast, which would be southwest, which I'm only aware of because I checked it on the compass. But yeah, that's what I tried, and of course it didn't work because I had already screwed up what these were at base, or by default. And I have no idea what they were. And I only thought of writing them like that because I accidentally did it with this one. I was like, wow, that's interesting. Unfortunately, I don't know. Frankly, if I'm right, at least close enough, it basically means I can start with any of these and it doesn't matter which one I start with. but I don't know. I'd actually have to go online and look to see what these are by default when you first get here. And even then, my theory might be entirely wrong. I wish there was a way to get them to reset. Because if you're just supposed to walk in here and do that once and get it right, well, I screwed the pooch. Honestly, there's nothing else for us to do out here. I don't know, man.
Need to finish research. Soon! Know too much. Suits are coming.
So, we are locked out of the monastery. There does not appear to be a back... Well, there is a back door, but we can't use it. There's a chest near the monastery's back door. There's also a chest near... Screw it. Wait, isn't there... There's a guy. I'd forgotten all about him until just now. This guy.
Camille's rosary. I can give them a proper burial with this. My family can now rest in Sethuris's gaze. You have my everlasting thanks, stranger.
I have no idea what that's doing for me, by the way. These good deeds that I'm doing. I'm sure it's some long con type business, but honestly, I'm a short-term profit kind of guy. Investment is cool and all, but it doesn't buy you a spiffy upgraded blade. By the way, going back to the APC does not reset any of the enemies you've killed. Crap, that is an item on that tank. And that is going to require that I go all the way back to the freaking monastery. Oh boy. And you know, odds are pretty good that it's just going to be pure depression waiting for me when I pick that up. But I have to have it. Just like I had to give that guy the letter from Camille. It had to be done. It has to be done. And so we go. We hunt the tank. Take the loot. Not that way. By the way, I did get around to turning down the streaming settings for this. Lo and behold, it's still happening. Granted, I only turned them down to half. Originally, it was at, ooh, crap, almost died. Nice. Originally, the settings were at 100 megabits per second. Remember that depression I was telling you guys about? I'm feeling it. Anyway, it was at, the streaming settings were at 100 megabits per second, which would be 20, which was apparently 29 gigabits per hour. I mean, that should lead back up to the road, right? Yeah. And then somewhere along this path is going to be one of the save points. Well, we have to do this. I saw it. A memorial ribbon. A simple purple ribbon with Palamist iconography. Always stand proud, never forget. These don't mean anything to me at the moment. It is also very possible that we are stuck. I said very possible. I didn't say I believed it to be possible. After all, it's not like it would have made any sense if they did make that a dead end, where you literally had to jump into the water in order to get back here. You know, as I think about it, it has to be counterclockwise, starting northeast. At the very least, I know what one of the pillars looks like. I wish... Oh, I could check the video later, because I would have seen them, even though I had no idea that I should have kept track of what their starting positions were, so I could return them to... Really? Is this just how we're going to do that? It's just rocks and fallen trees? Like, there's no real reason for you to do that. It's just as weird for that to be there as it is for it to just be an invisible wall. Honestly. Okay. We're looking for, by the way, we're looking for a statue. There's another time loop here. We're looking for a statue. Because it's where, yeah, that guy's got haze. And he shares it with this guy. So brutal you couldn't even be allowed to see it. Oh. Just threw away all of that healing. Wasted limbic energy. Well, we got a battery, so all's well that ends well. He lied. Furious. By the way, I still don't know what that thing's attack was trying to do. Was it trying to steal my stamina? That is ominously shaped. Timing on the heal pulse for this weapon is awkward. Because the last attack in the combo goes out really slowly, the heal pulse finishes. Well, the timing for it completes, and you have to activate it then, at least I assume. But it's kind of awkward when I'm trying to keep track of what the enemy's doing at that moment. We've got twinsies over there. At the very least, we didn't have to use a healing item to fix the mess we made. What's this about? Follow the serpent to begin your ascension. The way will yield to the token of the serpent. Which we don't have, so trying to begin the ascension makes no sense currently. But I'll be on the lookout, as I peel the flesh from my enemy's bones, of course. Guardian. I mean, you're laughing, but your partner's sort of asleep right now. I blocked. Picked up the item, and I got the timing for the heal pulse. What can't I do, aside from solve that one puzzle back in the swamp or marsh? Don't worry, I will figure that one out. Like I said, I know what the default position for one of them was. The rest I might be able to brute force. But, that's where we need to go. That's what we're here for. The statue. Anyway. Stop trying to climb the wall. Mine entrance to the northwest like everyone else. I think I'm getting used to the weapon's rhythm. Locked from the other side. It's got stuff I want. We must find our way in. The entrance is to the northwest, I believe the sign said. Graffiti said.
Hey!
God? Oh. Yeah, I don't care about you. Do I have anything?
Over here.
Ah, here we go. Bypass.
Hey!
Yeah, I hear you. I just don't care.
Over here.
A thing.
Hey!
On this site, in the year 404,
Over here.
United Reformist forces stood victorious over the Holy Army of Palom. Or Palom.
Over here.
Outnumbered and outmatched,
Hey.
they battled for 3 grueling days. On
Over
the
here.
last day, these blood-stained hills bore witness to the formation
Hey.
of a new faith. For in their victory, the
Over
Sabinian
here.
faithful sees legitimacy at long last.
Hey!
This monument stands in honor of those brave souls
Over here.
who stood up to tyranny and oppression to forge their own
Hey.
path.
Over here. Hey! Over here.
Why so blue?
Are you with the reinforcements? Wait. them on the run. They fled. Northeast. Over the hill. Go.
Can I have your drone? No use trying to take it with you. I mean, right? So that's just an instant kill for them. Well, technically insta kill, but they're taking, remember, they take damage when the haze gets killed. With style and flair. He died right there. That's all I could think of, really. At least it's getting levels. The spade of death that we're currently wielding. Because it's not a spear. I don't know why they're calling it a pole arm. It's basically just an axe. Why are there two of these things so close together? What am I about to walk into over here? I need to make sure that guy's alone. The last thing I want is to end up fighting two separate enemies that summoned haze. One for the money, two for the show. I think that went very well. I would also like to start incorporating. This is what the one soldier needs, right? Prescription for Diana kill on sight. Angina, arrhythmia, or high blood pressure. So we need to take that back to Soldier Boy. Hope he doesn't blow up the city. Okay. Good. I'll keep going, see what's going on up here. Since I know that going to the APC doesn't cause enemies to respawn, What does this feel like? Patient was too stunned to answer. Of course, I don't have that, so I can't begin my ascension. I hear another guardian. Certainly a guardian, wasn't he? What does that even mean? It means shut up. Your questions aren't wanted here.
I don't know if it's the stress, the hunger, or the cold. I feel weak. My heart is beaten out of my chest. I need the medication in my suitcase, and I have no idea where it is. What else could possibly go wrong in this hellhole? I'm so tired.
Well, looks like I was wrong. This medication is for her.
You found my medication? What a relief. I was starting to make peace with Zephyrus. You've saved my life. Thank you. I can't even fathom what would have become of my poor baby if something happened to me. I just need to rest for a little bit.
You found Mrs. Cross's medication? I hope she'll start feeling better soon. I can't wait to tell Mr. Atticus. He was so worried about her.
My poor Max. We had to leave in such a hurry, we left him behind.
This is the guy with the dog. This is the guy whose dog is still back in town, isn't it?
I pray to Zephyrus that those civilian cretins haven't found him. Oh, I should have just set him free. I'll never forgive myself. Oh, my poor Max. I pray to Zephyrus.
There we go. Get out of that.
Albin and I fled from Jova when we heard the Asterian army was approaching. We left everything behind, even our poor dog. Albin is really beside himself about it. We just couldn't risk bringing him along, noisy as he is.
Understandable. What's going on in here? I see a dark, dank hole. I have to go in. Oh, gross. This is like a front entry, not the rear. Why are they just... I really don't care why they're just sitting out there. I mean, they're perfectly... largely safe? Oh, no. Wow. In Stalker, we would have died there. Because for some reason, when we shatter our ankles, our heart goes with it. Them. Goes with them. No need to go there now. So I'll leave that business beyond the time loop for now. What else do we want to do? Oh, right, there was the sound of gunfire over here or something. I wish I could care. Smells like exploration. Oh! Are you quite done with your fit? You know what? I'm thinking I'm back. I kind of really like the tempo of this weapon. Let's see, what are its stats looking like now? $307 on the 4th hit. It's halfway to level 5. It's also maxing out at level 12. During that whole melee, I realized I could just look at my health bar to see the perfect timing for the heal pulse, or to trigger the heal pulse. Because looking at the ring around the character is actually not great. I mean, it's good enough, but the health bar, that indicator is where it's at. And so we found an old rusted key. This might go to... No, it's not for the serpent thing. This might go to the chest that's near the back entrance of the monastery. Let's see if the lucky break thing will give me anything to go on. Okay, so a reward may become available for this good deed. I have to say, okay, I really like the twin axes, but I have to say, the Spade of Death has really really endeared itself to me. Mostly because it deals so much damage in so few hits. Look at him. He's beautiful. And going to die soon. If he's actually even alive. Given that it's just a manifestation of human emotion, I can't really consider it to be alive. So, what we want to do here, distract one, knock the other out, kill the haze, finish this guy, hopefully get to him in time to maybe one-shot him. But if they stay too close together, I run the risk of hitting the one that's distracted. And I'm going to distract this guy because, well, if I go for him and try to knock him out, it would actually be a lot quicker, wouldn't it? But I want this guy gone because he's the biggest threat of the two. Oh, right. That is beautifully cinematic. And it was extremely fast. Way faster. The Spade, like I said, is really endearing itself right now. The damage at the speed. Oh, it's basically the sword and the great sword, but without the range and the slow attack speed. It's all the good stuff, none of the bad. Less of the bad. This is a Tuning Stone weak experience bonus plus 500. Grant experience of the currently wielded weapon. Limbic cluster is a naturally occurring resonance used to induce similar resonance in a limbic weapon, honing its frequency. Word salad. It's a shame I don't eat salad. I don't hate salad, you know? But there's no way on earth I am going to buy myself salad. I'll eat it. I just will never buy it for myself. By the way, since we don't really... Okay. I want to get used to the greatsword just to see if I might like it like I do with the polearm of Rage. The unfortunate part is I didn't upgrade because, honestly, it was not doing itself any favors with me. But I will try it, and I will hope for the best. But I am not going to let this thing get me killed. Over here. I'm not fighting you there. Yeah, and? I tried to block, but of course you can't mid-animation. See, that's probably going to be key right there. Interrupting the long recovery animation right there by blocking. I have to be honest, I am not taking delight from the vibration when climbing. I have nothing for this. And that irks my bones. Dance, O lost ones, dance in wild revelry, till the earth quakes and our two-headed father wakes. Did I say quakes or wakes? You have arrived, and now must climb. Meanwhile, I must descend. I think that could be a little faster. I wouldn't mind finding something to use one of these limbic skills on. That's the way I came in. Like, I want to use it. Oh, we did use that already. We do have the heal, which we can restore. The heal's on the bottom one. The top one is extra defense when you're guarding, I think. No, it reduces the cost to your stamina for guarding, which would actually be really good when facing enemies with haze. I prefer stamina cost reduction, but I don't know exactly if that would even apply to having your stamina reduced through action in any capacity. No? No, that would, stamina cost would be through action, but probably not being attacked, right? Let me be clear. I don't forget that we have skills on these weapons. It's just that it doesn't make much of a difference, considering that most of the skills we have. Let's go ahead and try this. So tell me, do you think that feels good flow-wise? Do you think that feels comfortable as a speed for the flow of battle to occur? Or do you prefer the spade of death? Because I prefer the speed of the spade. Kind of awkward to say that, but it's been spoken, so that's where we are. So this is for the guy back at the camp for the the civilian soldiers. No idea why it's just out here chilling. I mean, there's a dead guy next to it, sure, but no, it wasn't a guy. Well, there's a guy near it, but it was basically... This brings to mind the lyrics of the ending theme of Panty and Stocking Season 2. God, I love that end. I love that ending thing. That doesn't seem great. New drone module acquired. Surge step. I was going to say sturge step. Unit attaches to the user's back while deploying its propellers for maximum propulsion, assisting with accelerated tactical evasive maneuvers. It's got a 20-second duration and a minute-and-a-half cooldown. And it's rank 1. I'm guessing higher ranks have lower cooldowns, maybe even higher durations, depending on just how strong the actual effect. What is going on over there? What is this effect I'm seeing? Is this anti-AIDS? Maybe. What were we going to do? Right, the drone module. Oh, yeah. I do like the charge there, but I think Whirlwind is better here. At least more natural, I mean. And then the charge here for heavies, because it's a heavy attack of sorts. And then we'll go with Surge. No, I'm too used to the distract being on that button, so we'll leave it. I'll end up going for the distract, thinking the enemy's distracted, getting hit from the back, and being upset about it. Only to later realize that they weren't distracted because I used the wrong module. Actually, let's go ahead and see what this is like now. And it costs no stamina for those evasive maneuvers, by the way. So, it's not bad. Who the frick are you, Joseph Titor?
Come to finish me off. You coward.
I don't even know who you are.
Who are you?
I'd sooner die before I tell you anything. Wait. Your necklace. Show it to me.
Well, I mean, this is just our first meeting, but you are kind of cute, so.
Impossible. It's you. Please tell me you're not one of them.
No. I just stole their gear.
It's clever. There's so much to say. But the curtain falls on me, my son. My boy. Stolen from me.
Well, you did something to piss her off, so.
I am a vigil, sworn to protect Adea. We failed to stop the calamity. but hope stands before me. Take this. It's called the Keystone of Grief. Promise me, you must continue what we've begun to uncover. Find the journalist. Find Agatha. When you do, use the passcode Pentos. They won't trust you, especially dressed like that. I saw them escape into the rocky ridges to the southwest, towards the old windmill. I'm sorry. My burden is now yours to carry. Promise me, we'll stop the calamity.
I will. Is Agatha my mother?
Your mother is dead.
I'm just going to go ahead and assume he's lying. After all, he really doesn't like he doesn't like her for what she did. Understandably.
I read your psyche val. The military officially diagnosed you as being a high-functioning sociopath. I see why you were so successful. Out of curiosity, what's it like to barely feel anything?
Practical. I never second guess. I have no regrets, no fear, no animosity.
Even towards me?
Even you.
Give it time. I tend to bring out the worst in people. So, could you help me understand something? Your father dies in front of you. Your mother is dead. Why pursue this?
I stared into my father's eyes and saw a man with something I never had.
And what was that?
An undying purpose. I stood in the home I was born in, and it only seemed to fill me with more emptiness. No memories, no feelings. Nothing had changed. In that moment, I felt a connection.
To him?
To Hadian.
Interesting. So, where did you go from there?
Well, first I read about the Keystone of Grief, talking to no one in particular and everyone at the same time. An ancient sculpture depicting a crying eye. It is carved from a strange material obtained from the talus in Vissa Hills. New styling option is available. And of course, we just left the guy's gun because we are not where we were a moment ago. So I'm pretty sure that we are about at an hour now. And do you know what that fills me with? The desire to do more exploring and maybe, just maybe, possibly, hopefully, or killing and falling from great heights and not dying, because this isn't Stalker, where when your knees shatter, so do your spine. So does your spine. Why is it that when I try to do that, I always get it wrong? Either it's plural when it should be singular, or singular when it should be plural. Why is the Vigil and Omsif... I don't understand why these two are at odds. And that's the pistol. Granted, it only works against people, but I mean... Wait, so... No. The woman and the child are already dead. So I have no idea who they were, but they're crispy critters now. So that's unfortunate. I'm guessing this was supposed to be the convoy getting people out of here, and Omsif attacked it? Is that what I'm...
Unidentified insurgents. Repeat, this is ON Convoy Alpha 2. We are carrying refugees from Galmor and Skell. Heading north through Vissa Hills, nearly 30 clicks from refugee Camp Romeo. Repeat, we are under attack. Requesting immediate evac...
But I don't get... If Omsif is really the people who had the weapons that were fighting the... Or basically who we got this gear from, why would they kill refugees? That doesn't... We're missing something here. And I only assume it was Omsif because their corpses were in front of where this guy's father died. I mean, he wasn't shooting for the fun of it, I can tell you that. As fun as it might be, he wasn't doing it for the fun of it. Okay, I've killed everything over here. They now know my wrath. I also need to be ending the video soon, but good lord, I don't want to. So I can't see if there's anything down that road because it's being blocked by this guy. Most inconspicuously, of course. Let's make absolutely sure there's nothing else going on around the tree of ultimate creepiness. I don't get why Omsif would kill civilians. And it's not like the Sabinians would mess with Omsif, kill their guys, and then steal their gear just to kill civilians. I don't see that happening. After all, they were informed that they should ignore Omsif. Okay, double back on myself. Looks like Vissa Hills might be a short stint for us. In which case, I want to make well, aside from the Ascension, which I do want to do, but since I don't have the snake key marker, sit. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab this because it's a research item. I don't know what that means, and since I don't know, I don't care. Wouldn't it just be awesome if I travel too far from where they want me to be within the bounds of this area? I just get snatched up by something from the heavens. Not necessarily Sithris himself, but like an Andy. We'll call him Angel Andy. Okay, so the road ties together and I'm not missing anything on it. That was my primary concern. I don't want to miss loot. I'll miss a great many things, but loot won't be one of them. We're fine. See? High-functioning sociopaths, they don't die when they fall from great heights. That's why he should be the next Spider-Man. Though it doesn't make sense for him to become Spider-Man since, you know, you have the whole web-slinging thing, so falling is sort of not a thing. Wait. I thought there were 2 time loops here. There aren't a whole lot of enemies. Would you like to know why I died there? I was trying to use the healing skill, or the healing glyph, and I have no idea how it's supposed to work. So, let's go to the glyph and find out. Okay, so I have to hold it. That's the mistake I made. I thought it was a tap. I thought it was a tap mechanic requiring that, and all I would have to do is hold out until it healed me enough that I could actually fight back. Frankly, I should focus on holding out using medkits until my health is as low as it was there, where it's just impossible to actually fight. Oh, look at that. When you die, your skills get reset. I like that. No, he was already in the middle of summoning it. I didn't even notice he was a guardian. Andy's always thinking they're so special. I'll show them. I'll show them all. Just like I did in the marshes. Because I can. Oh, that's the flag. That's some weird sounding fabric. Okay, so we'll swap weapons. I do want to try using the other drone skill that changes that makes you spin. But I'm pretty sure these guys are connected, and I don't like that, so. How many of them are connected? Is it all 4? Because in that case, we have to distract the sniper, Andy. Couldn't do anything. I mean, I did have options. I could have used the weapon skill, but that isn't natural to me yet. So I still have to learn how to fit that into my combat rhythm. I mean, frankly, for the sniper Andy, I could have shot him with the ranged skill from the Spade of Death, and it should have been able to knock him out almost immediately. But since we're here, all I have to do is keep them locked down. And then pick and choose who lives and dies. Spoiler alert, there will be no livers. Is Deathspade best weapon? Probably not. But is it in the running? Oh, yes. And it is ahead by a country mile, whatever that means. Ooh, that was rough though. Hey, but we did get to use one of the drone skills. I'm happy about that. It was awful. Did nothing. I'm not happy about that. But we're learning to get things in there. I also want to test if the rage glyph. I also want to see if the glyph on this weapon can actually send an enemy into the stunned state. That would be great if so, because it would allow me to just choose someone to pick off immediately upon the haze being summoned, or immediately after stunning another one of the enemies paired with it. Can something still be paired if there's multiple attached to it? They don't have haze. Wanna shoot, huh? What? How did you die? Did anyone catch the license plate of the truck that blew this guy out of the water? Because he was fine. He was backpedaling and everything after I accidentally hit him with this, because it apparently has an explosion radius I was not paying attention to. So he backpedaled, did the whole flickering after image, that's what it was. Did the whole shuffling after image thing, and then fell over dead. I don't understand why he died. Because learning how that happened could be tremendous for us. Also, hey there! I'm going to need my health back. Frick. I mean, that'd be cool if it turns into something that's actually useful to me. But I know it won't, because that would be too good for us. I think we're done with this area. But I don't remember hearing the time loop scream, though. So there might be enemies in the ascension path, or whatever that business is going to end up being, that will... You know what? I'm actually going to go down here. I just had an inkling. There might be other enemies down the ascension path that are guardians for the time loop, because it should have screamed when I killed the last one. Granted, I did not pay any attention whatsoever. Out of everything that could have been at the end of this path, I did not expect it to be a door. I only recognize two of these symbols, and that's these two. And then I see rage and grief. No, that grief is the weeping eye right there, right? What's the... The one under this is... I know its color is green. Blue is definitely grief. What is green again? Well, it doesn't really matter, though I wonder... No indications around here what it might be, which makes sense. You'll want to keep the key to a door you want to stay locked next to the door. Unless you are 50 and you live in the suburbs. I would not have any idea what order to put these in. What I'm going to try is that one last, because I remember it being last in the menu. Then you and I'm pretty sure that's how it was. I was going to check the manage glyphs thing, and then I pressed the wrong button, so now I'm running. I have to make it all look intentional. Okay, so we didn't find the mark of the snake here, or whatever it's supposed to be called, of the snake. I mean, everything else is dead, Jim. I want to make absolutely sure that nothing living, insofar as they can be considered to be living, remains beyond that time loop. The time loop itself, I'm not going to mess with because I don't know how they work. And no one will tell me, so I can't be bothered to care. Also, she's gone. Why are you blue? Da-dee-da-da. That's that. There's nothing else that way. So on to the time loop up here. I want to make sure nothing else is still alive that I can get to at the moment. I fully expect there to at least be... One moment, please. Technical difficulties. I expect there to be 1 or 2 time guardians beyond this door. What's up here? I think Because I'm sure I did not hear the thing scream like you did last time. The hyperspeed climbing animation is goofy as frick, but I appreciate it. Okay, right, there are people up here that aren't doing anything of use to me, but... I haven't picked anything up that'll unlock the chest that's at the top of that ladder, which annoys me to no end. All I want for Christmas is loot. I don't think that's too much to ask. And again, it's after an hour. We should be pretty well past an hour duration on this video, and I just want to keep going because there may be more stuff. Also, I have to try not to walk off of this skin. Good boy. Well, I say walk, but we sprinted clear off that bad boy and landed face first. And then got right up. Because that's what you do. Oh, right, there was something else here. I completely ignored it. Because there were enemies. And, you know, I kill those. I see an item above. I was guarding. You think you're hot stuff, huh? Become corpse. He thought he was a tough guy, too. Did you hear him laughing? Ha 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 ha! I shot him. And I knew something was coming, too. I tried to guard, but I ended up turning around accidentally. And I knew because... Oh, yeah, it makes sense that you can't actually have both of those open at the same time. And I knew because the weapons thing came up. It's sort of an issue that was in... What was the name of that game? The first Berserker as well. Where if an enemy suddenly targeted you, even if you didn't know they were there, your HUD would come up, so you knew you were in combat, even if you weren't at the moment under attack. Who are you, Pirate Sally?
I'm a journalist. Article 79 of the Geneva Convention formally states that journalists are protected under international humanitarian law.
That's not going to stop them from imprisoning you and not feeding you.
Who are you?
I'm Tanya Elva. I'm an independent investigative journalist covering the Civil War.
It's a civil war? I could have sworn Voss mentioned another country. I don't remember the name of it at the moment, but I could have sworn he mentioned another country. So it's a civil war? Why? If it's a civil war, it makes even less sense now. And it didn't make sense to begin with. Granted, it's war, so motivation hardly actually matters. But I guess we'll move on with this.
Vitalis told me the passcode is Pentos. What's your connection to him?
Oh, So, we're on the same team then. Vitalis is the source of my story. We met for the first time at the Weeping Knight statue. I don't know much about him. He was taking me to the Vigil headquarters when we got ambushed. It's somewhere in these rocky ridges.
Are you the journalist mentioned in this note?
The answer is yes,
I am.
obviously.
In my defense, you are dressed like the enemy. I was just covering my arse.
What do you know about their headquarters?
They call it the Watcher's Nest. To get there, Vitalis said we must follow the path with all the tombstones and obelisks just west of here.
Wait, so Amsif? Wait, so is Amsif Sabinian, or are they just a third party that is completely separate from the Palamists and Sabinians? And yet somehow the enemy of the Palamists, but neutral to the Sabinians. I might have to start asking somebody some hard-hitting questions.
Vitalis described the entrance as a doorway etched into solid rock. He mentioned a windmill above it on the cliff.
I remember seeing a windmill. I don't remember where I saw it exactly. Maybe it's somewhere near the time loop?
You need 2 keys to open the door. Vitalis gave me one during the ambush. Please, take it. Find Agatha. She has the other one.
Huh, and I thought we were done here. Right now in my head, I'm trying to measure this thing against the depression in the chest at the head of the ladder. Naturally, it's not a match, but God, I'm waiting for something to be. By the way,
where's Agatha?
We escaped the ambush together and headed into the rocky ridges. The enemy was following us. Agatha and I split up in the path with all the mining carts, and she made sure they followed her.
split up in the path with the mining carts.
Head back to where the path splits. I went left, and Agatha went right. That was the last time I saw her. I won't be joining you. My old injuries are acting up. I will only slow you down. I can see your APC from here. I'll head there and wait for you.
Yeah, it'll be a nice leisurely stroll. There's not a soul in sight. Trust me. And of course, just when I was hoping to ask hard-hitting questions about the state of the world, she isn't interested in talking about them. Neat. Wow, that heal is not slow either. But good lord, does it drink from your fricking weapon. I'm probably going to put that heal on something with a much larger... on a much larger... yeah, energy capacity. Like this. I mean, it's not that much larger, honestly. It's, what, 10, 15% higher? Greater? Larger? Longer? So long as you take it as prescribed. And it's... I was going to say it's not an over-counter medication, but whatever. Give me my Olympic energy. What am I hearing? It has to be down there. So from here, I could probably kill that guy, but I'd rather have a full bar. You just stood there and let that happen to them. You know that, right? You could have prevented that. He couldn't have, but he doesn't need to know that. Instead, sir? I mean, if he's not going to swing first, I'm going to take a lesson from Hans's book and shoot first. I said Hans, but he's Han Solo, not Hans Solo, because that would be stupid. Oh, look, junk. How did we get up here? Pretty sure I took that ladder, so it's fine. We can keep going. Just wanted to make sure I didn't end up here some other way. Like, that, for instance. And I need because that would mean I'd need to go down here to make sure I didn't miss anything. It becomes a whole deal when you're watching me play. No, in fact, we took this ladder up. So we have to go down this ladder then. We have to. I want to make sure that this actually goes all the way down. I don't want to end up stuck here. So there's no dropping off of the ladder, which is fine. Not preferable, but fine. Let's see. There's an icon of a pickaxe above the keyhole. I've seen naught like it elsewhere. Okay. Just more stuff for me to have to remember. I mean, I'm already holding on to the location of the chest that's at the head of the ladder here in Vista Hills. The four pillars back at the marshes that I need to reset one of, but I also need to review the video for that particular episode so I can see where they all belong. Then go back in game, reset them to their original positions so we can then do it properly when I come back for the next episode after that. So, yeah, that's just some of the stuff I'm keeping track of in my head right now. And then I have to record Silk Song. So, you know, just more stuff for you to have to memorize. And also, I have to go over there and kill all of those things because I see them. And while it sounds like I'm complaining about having to memorize stuff, I like doing it. I'm not particularly fond of one-way tickets, but... Oh, so how do I get over to that guy? Well, the guy that was over there. He came back at the last second, but you get the idea. Right, the woman Tanya said that we needed to go backwards and stop at the fork. And then just go the other direction. Ooh, don't do that. Okay, good. We don't drop to the ground. But since we're already on this path, and I don't want to have to come back this way unless it's after killing that guy, because I've seen him, he has to go. Speaking of having to go, I'm sorry, but T-posing doesn't really affect me. In fact, it would give me reason to mock you, thereby affecting you. Oh, there's another one over here. And it requires the pickaxe key. Or a key for miners, in which case, I'll never have it. Great, there's more stuff over here to memorize. Though I'm probably just going to do a general there is stuff in this area kind of note, rather than trying to maintain specifics. In particular, we'll probably tack on it being necessary to have the pickaxe key, or a key with a pickaxe iconography on it. Hey there! Just 1 second while I maim your buddy. He died from shock. I missed the timing because I looked at the ring rather than my health bar. Like an idiot. I don't think that guy was a guardian, but I can't be too sure. It's how the frick does she get here when that guy's there? There's no way he just spawned there after. He was there the entire time. Yeah, one of those guys is a guardian. Which is fine, because he's going to die just the same.
Listen, I don't want any trouble. I'm just looking for supplies.
Heroin? Marijuana?
Who are you?
The name's Atticus. I escaped the Medini prison camp when the demons attacked. I should have died there. Looks like Sethris had other plans for me. I joined up with some refugees. We have a camp close by. The path to reach it is behind the giant stone serpent. Head north from here. You should find it.
Yeah, I've been there already.
These people need me. They're in bad shape. I'm out here scrounging for supplies.
Well, I've got pockets full of carrots. You want some of those?
Have you seen the destroyed ON vehicles on the road? They're northeast of the Weeping Knight statue. There's a truck that's still in good shape. If only I could find the keys and get it started, I could take these people to my father's farm in Sinedra.
Okay, so... So, out there is a truck that's still in good condition. But I need to find the keys for it. I've been all over this place. Where in the world would there even be keys? Like right now, I am literally tracing my steps back in my head. Everywhere we've been. Aside from the path of the Ascension, I've been pretty much everywhere unless it's somewhere up here where I haven't been yet, which is like that green light that we saw that obviously indicates an item. that was on the body of one of the Amsif folks. I'm pretty sure that was Amsif. They had the cloak and everything. Or poncho, more accurately. So that might be the keys that he wants. But, you know, I'm nowhere near that right now. Well, that's not true. It's literally to the left of this guy.
Did you see a strange door somewhere around here?
I saw a large door carved into the rock. Head back on this path and turn left. Continue on the path, and the door will be on your right. Careful, though. There's a huge demon lurking in front. When I saw it, I turned back real quick.
Now I have no idea what door is being spoken about here. I'm well and truly confused.
I think I met your father. He's Ernest Cadell, right?
Yes, he's my father. I'm glad to know he's alive and well. This makes me want to get back home even more.
So this is a civil war.
When the war erupted, I was still in Losalus, in the heart of the Lion's Den. I gathered what supplies I had and left for the Astarian-Umbrahan border. I needed to get home, to get to my family. What usually took a few hours on a road trip was turning into a logistical nightmare. Couldn't drive, take the bus, or train. Sabinian soldiers were patrolling back roads, streets, stations, you name it. On the way, I did things.
And
things I'm not proud of.
And you know, the first thing to pop into my head is this guy sucking dick out in an alleyway behind a convenience store that's been robbed of pretty much everything for an ice cream cone. Why ice cream in particular? I can't tell you. I have no answers for you. But he was doing it for ice cream cones. That's all I've got.
I stole from people who were more desperate than I was. I refused to help others in need. I truly failed as a palamist. After months of hiding, looting, stealing, and running, I finally arrived on the outskirts of the Umbrahan border. I sought refuge in a barn. I was exhausted and hungry. The farmer woke me. I was initially terrified, but he was holding a plate of food. He handed it to me, and I devoured it. He said he would return with more. He turned out to be a Sabinian farmer, feeding me to buy time until the soldiers showed up.
Trying to fatten you up so their guns wouldn't miss.
It worked like a charm. That was the last square meal I had. After that, prison scraps if I was lucky.
So, I'm trying to understand the nature of this war. But either I am retarded, or there are details that are being kept vague. Like, are we in the country that the war started in? Oh, by the way, I'm guessing that's the woman we're looking for. And I see a severe lack of Amsif, or even, wait, no, there was one right there. He didn't make it. He probably thought the gun was mightier than the sword. It definitely wouldn't have been pen. Why would you bring a pen here? Unless you took it off of her. She is a journalist after all. Well, the woman who's dead over there probably isn't. She might be. I don't know. Oh. Yeah. There really is a guy in front of the door, huh? He summoned 2? I tried to time that block. You do not. My favorite part. My favorite part is that keeping them stunned like that not only works and can be maintained consistently, but that you also build charge for your healing pulse off of them. They are punching bags for your personal survival, satisfaction, and, if you're into that, eroticism? Arousal? One of those. Once they're unconscious, they belong to you. I don't know if you can maintain the stun after they're dead, though. I mean, after their haze goes away. These two are normal with no haze, but they aren't alone either. And the other two cannot be the porcelain Andes down there. I don't believe for a second are dead. So do you know how this is going to end, old man? Well, first, hiya. I didn't know he was attacking. I thought he was just moving towards me. Now the time loop is open, weakened, ready and waiting, moist even. New drone module, death from above. Unit lifts the user to a dominant altitude where they T-pose like a boss, which can be leveraged into an aerial assault. Well, that's got to be better than the spin to lose, right? Granted, if I use this with the spin to lose, it might be spin to break even, at the very least. At best, I mean. That said, I keep hitting the wrong button because I'm trying to get into here to change the drone. Didn't we load into this really fast just there? Usually there's a lot of extra BS on that screen before it loads the menu. Anyway, this is terrible, so I'm going to swap to something that is hopefully less terrible. All right. Hey, and at least I was wrong about the porcelain Andes being alive. I figured if they were alive and were basically just dormant, rocking this guy's socks with a nuclear warhead in their general vicinity would be enough to wake them up. Also, he has the craziest pants. Those are wild. What in the actual frick? How did he leave the house without being even slightly embarrassed? He thought today was going to be a good day, too. So I also picked up extra stuff off of that woman's body. I know one of the things we got was the other thing we need for for the door. And I have no idea what the point of the door is, by the way. Is that the hideout for the vigil? What am I hearing? Oh, it's raining on these things. Okay. I guess I should inform her of the news to which I am personally impartial.
Did you find Agatha? She was in serious trouble when we split up near the mining carts.
Yeah, she certainly was.
I got the key. Agatha didn't make it.
Ah, fucking hell. How did she... Never mind. I don't want to know. When we split up, I knew something terrible was going to happen. Finding the Watcher's Nest is the only move left. Perhaps there are some vigils left that could help us.
Hopefully there's at least one that can work on my weapons, because I would like to take the great sword from disappointing to hopeless. Is hopeless worse than disappointing? Disappointing means you had expectations. Hopeless means you don't. So yeah, it would. I don't consider it to be hopeless though, given my discovery of its meaning in terms of rating it as a weapon compared to the others. I don't find it hopeless. It's just not great, is all. Maybe I picked up something off of that. No. Just making sure. You never know. So that's the wrong way. We want to go further in because we're in it to win it. Also, I do also want to take that music sheet back to the fiddler. But he's going to be fine, so we'll hold off on that. It's not like it's going to net us anything immediately anyway. It's just a maybe eventually at some point. Why did he pull the weapon? For a split second, I thought this weapon had two sharp heads. I was moments away from experiencing euphoria. Is the door that? Yeah, the door's this way. I need to find the keys for him. And honestly, if the keys aren't up here, I have no idea where they could be. This one. Ignore the timer at the top. There's also a thing to read at the side there. Here, beneath the sacred gaze of the eye, the hallowed light of the Golden Star, lies the garrison of the 5th Regiment of the Iris of Grief, always ardent in its watch. Construction completed in 729. I'm going to go ahead and assume Tania is just going to follow us and probably even be in here. What the frick? Vigil members, we must open Pentos's coffin today. No more delays. It's directly beneath this floor. Just go through the hole in the wall. The coffin's mechanism appears to be locked by this riddle. Through his name, his title, the symbol of his order, and the date of inception of his order, shall the path be revealed. We solve it, and we proceed to our next phase. Let's finish this. Signed, Newly Dead Guy. Though we've been playing long enough, he's not newly anymore. So, probably going to have to... Yeah, we definitely got into this thing very quickly. All of a sudden. Before it was playing the boot up nonsense. Ethnic ID cut. This is probably what we need for the time loop in the marsh. Inventory, I need to put load out, that's the one. Unequip you over here. That's for the training ground, that is to remind me of the hidden doorway in the marshes. That's directly under the town. I can get there through the well. That's... I don't really remember where the well is all that well. I only saw it the one time, even though it's what we used to get out of the underground and up into the town. We need wall grooves. And what else? Ram's Head is done. Training ground. I think that's it. Watcher's Nest. The Vigil, founded 1513. Don't forget that we found that door. I don't even remember where the door is. It's not up here. Trying to remember the path backwards from it. Oh, right. It's through the waterfall, which means we have to go above it in order to get down to it. So it's technically up here, but it's not.
The Umal Caves expeditions yielded significant revelations. Confirmation that the calamity is real, and the existence of a plan to stop it, the so-called failsafe. We know nothing of this failsafe, nor of the artifact we recovered. All of these tomes, not a shred of information. Whatever machinations the full guard of old had in mind, they were intent on keeping it a secret. I fear it is now lost in the folds of history. It seems to me the artifact may be part of a larger mechanism. Perhaps it is a key of sorts. Does it open another tomb or vault? Are there more such keys? It is clear to me that this artifact, this keystone, is a critical piece of the failsafe enigma. We must continue to pull at this thread until the truth reveals itself.
Okay, so there are a lot of slots for something to be entered or placed. And I wonder if it's just one thing you can use over and over again. Electo? Wait. Hold on. Is it this one? Through his name, Pentos' coffin. The symbol of his order, the date of inception of his order. Algier. Also, I found this particularly humorous. It says, Vitalis, stop sketching on the whiteboard. You can't draw. Order of the Eye. Full guard. Vigil.
The revelation that we may have a traitor in our ranks weighs heavily on me. Our vows are sacrosanct. How could one betray the Order at a moment such as this? I harbor a growing suspicion, insidious notion that is slowly taking root. Harrowing, if accurate. It chills me to the bone. I cannot inform the others until I have arrived at certainty without doubt. The risk of exposure is too great. What would she possibly have to gain? I pray that I am mistaken. The consequences would be disastrous. Likely the end of the vigil as we know it.
First, I want to confirm if it'll tell me who was behind that log. Keystone of Grief. Traitor. Yeah. The traitor is, at least he suspects the traitor to be... Wait, what is this guy's name? Off the top of your head, can you even tell what this guy's name is? Because for the life of me, I cannot remember. I don't even have a shadow of a thought of what it might be. Anyway, the idea is that what I'm saying is he probably suspects this guy's mother. And like I said, she's not dead. Or, I mean, if she is, Vitalis probably killed her because she was a traitor. Worn by General Pentos Algea. Okay, so I see how this is going to start going. Basically, you're going to place something in those slots corresponding to the information written in the note that was said to be the things you're supposed to... How does it go? The information that it wants you to get correct, to put it simply. Apparently this guy's last name is Algea. Algae? It's one of those. I don't need to go in there in order to read the note. His name, his title. His name is Algea. His title is General. Name is Pentos Algea. I don't know. Is General his title or is First of the Vigil his title? Also, I saw this over here. But I apparently can't interact with it because screw me, I guess. Now I must know the secrets behind that flimsy cloth. So what's going on with... Oh, great.
The tomes scattered around this hallowed ground speak of Pentosalgia, the first of the Watchers. It was Pentos who recognized that the calamity would always remain a threat. From the ashes of the derelict Fulguard, he forged a new order to carry on our sacred charge. His foresight and tenacity are the reason the Vigil still exists today. There must be a reason he chose to conceal the existence of the failsafe and the keystone. Truly extraordinary that we should stumble upon his tomb after all these years. I pray it contains the answers we seek.
Dio Brand. Rosa. I don't know what these things are supposed to relate to. Neither of those has anything to do with Pentos. As far as I'm aware, anyway. The symbol of his order and dates of inception of his order. Nothing about Dio Brand or... Pretty sure it's Dio Brando or... whatever that woman's name was that I just read. Frick. Nope. I've probably been playing this game for about probably almost 6 hours in total. And I started playing almost as soon as I got here after work. So, look, the game is good, okay? Aside from my general confusion about the nature of the war, the game is good, and I would love to continue playing, but I'm supposed to be watching anime right about now. Frankly, I should have been watching anime hours ago, considering just how much I watch each week, and I save them all for the weekend. And I have 2.5 days. Well, not even 2.5. It's 2.25. And I've spent most of that quarter recording these. So I should have had better self-control and stopped when I acknowledged earlier that we were at an hour. Because I'm betting I was right. I also could have been wrong. Doesn't really matter. All that matters is I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen here. We will be back with another episode, but I'm not going to be recording that until Monday because I have to get started watching anime. Otherwise, I'm not going to make it in time to finish up before it's time for me to go to work. All that said, I had fun. Too much fun, frankly. Frankly, it makes me want to put Silk Song on the back burner just so we can get this done because it's really good. And I want to fully focus on and enjoy Silk Song. Especially because it was $20. Like, having a cheap game you know is going to be good, you know is going to give you hours upon hours of entertainment, and don't don't mention that stupid, absolutely retarded idea of $1 per hour of enjoyment, because that is an absolutely ridiculous metric that makes no sense and is wholly inconsistent if you're willing to be objective about it. But I'm not going to hold you here talking about stupid ideas. If you guys have recently died and gone to heaven and found yourselves clicking on this video while you're up there singing hymns with God and Jesus and who recently died? Gilbert Gottfried. I was thinking about him at work just because there's a guy that whose face sort of reminds me of him. So if you guys are chilling in heaven with Gilbert Gottfried watching this, consider liking the video. No, forget liking the video. Consider subscribing. Now, if you've got Gilbert Gottfried over there with you, have him go ahead and like the video. That one's not optional. There's no room for debate on this. Gilbert Gottfried must like the video. The rest of you, though, you can do whatever the frick you want. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.